His eyes are clearly filled with weeds that he wouldn't eat yet. He not only ignores them but takes a sickle to cut down the unripe rice plant. He cleared them all, making the nearby farmers laugh their
teeth out. This guy is a fool, right? He can't even tell the difference between rice plants. Exactly. What?
Harvest time comes and he finds nothing has grown. He'll be crying. However,
they don't know that the man actually cut down the rice on purpose. All because one month ago a terrifying accident crossed over into the body of a menial disciple in a sect, and he also obtained the golden finger. As long as he keeps rice plants, he can increase his own lifespan and cultivation.
Harvest inferior to 1 plant. Lifespan plus remaining lifespan 18 days 26. Consume 10 days 66. Spending lifespan will upgrade launching jet to the second layer.
So the golden finger's function is to mature linging, gain lifespan, and then consume a certain number of days to upgrade learned techniques. Then this assessment of mine might actually be passed smoothly.
So the sect where Sharon has a rule all miscellaneous. Duty disciples have 3 chances to become regulars as long as they produce 1,000 jing from 1 meal of spirit fields. They can become formal disciples, but the original self had extremely poor comprehension. Others could learn Long Qing Zhu in a month, but the original body took a full 2 months just to step into the first layer. This made a mistake. Failed the first assessment. The con time started off okay, but in the midterm the spirit path had problems. In success was still 110, therefore failed again. And failing 3 times means you can only have your spirit root abolished and be expelled. Sect, just thinking she still has 1 chance left. Sharon feels very depressed, unconscious. She arrived at her spirit field because the spirit had already been once in the corner. There were still 3 low-grade spirit stalks left. Sharon carefully observed, finding that normal spirit stalks when are yellowish in color, but the ones she grew were black, so she grasped the spirit stalks and chanted the evergreen art. A faint sign spiritual energy immediately appeared on her right hand. The malnutrition situation was pretty much as scary as he had guessed. He decided to get one with its body and then find someone to ask for advice. As soon as he broke it off,
Harvest a low grade to 1 plant. Lifespan increased by 1 Dalton Y. Detected host has unlocked the mystery of the womb, activating the divine dragon system. Remaining lifespan 182. 6 days. Consume 1. 66 days of lifespan to upgrade the evergreen fern by 1 level.
This is my golden silk paper.
Apart from the one just broken, there are 2 plants left in front of him. He tried to break the remaining 2 low-grade plants. The scary person immediately looked at the attribute panel. Sure enough, in the remaining lifespan row it changed from days.
Could it be that this golden finger's function is to mature linging, gain lifespan, and then consume a certain number of days of life to upgrade the learned techniques? Wouldn't that mean farming nonstop, joy nonstop, farm every day, joy every day?
Just as he was lost in thought, a disciple in a white robe walked over. Disciple,
have you considered it? This Lingjie, you just hand it to me and you can directly become a Jing Qi disciple. This is a very good deal.
Hemp. Is that all? Spirit fields represent resources, even with your help, to become daunting immortal sects. Formal disciple without resources. What do I use to cultivate? According to daunting immortal sects rules, formal disciples only need to submit 5,000 jin rice or equivalent value in spirit points each year. All remaining output belongs to the individual on the What you lose is just 1 meal of low-grade spirit. But in reality, they are blatantly seeding cultivation resources.
Zhang raised an eyebrow, surprised in his how did this fool become smart?
Aren't you afraid of failing the 3rd assessment as well?
Thank you for your concern, senior brother. I want to try again.
Zhang, upon hearing this, revealed a cold sneer and couldn't help but blurt
out. This spirit field of yours can possibly yield 1,000 jin of spirit rice.
How do you know? The
experience group lent it to you. Out of pity, I'll spare you as an outsider. Only ask you to agree, and you can my disciple and get the most basic cultivation software. Though it is little for practicing qi refining, it should
be enough. Zhang felt he was being quite merciful. If it were other formal disciples, they wouldn't even get resources.
But I still say, I want to try again now.
It's different from before. Today, with the system, he truly isn't worried. Zhang's words made her eyes turn cold, but she didn't say anything more, turned and left.
Right now, the gap between ours is too vast. I can't afford to provoke her, nor can I win. I can only hold back for now. With the golden finger, I'll surely outlive her.
Diju said to bring the blind man, just grabbed half a bow and walked toward the other end.
Is senior brother Li here?
Is it? It is me, the blind man. What do you
want? Everyone says senior brother Lias has already cultivated the Changqing to the 2nd level. Therefore, I wanted to ask you to examine this spirit herb's condition.
This is the low-grade spirit
herb you planted. Li Sansai looked surprised and took it in his palm. Soon a layer of even more concentrated pale science spiritual power quickly enveloped this low-grade spirit herb, sensing its condition clearly.
How is it? Lacking nutrients, insufficient water, spiritual is inadequate.
This is the reason my yield is insufficient. The difference between the juice 1st and 2nd level is, it is clear that I only have a general grasp of it, yet the other party understand it in such detail. No, they can manage the Lintian field long term.
But, logically speaking, a normal 1st grade spirit field shouldn't have this kind of
problem. Are you saying there is an issue?
From the current situation, it looks like your mother's spirit field likely has a problem. That is why the yield can't go up, is there?
A solution!
If you have connections, you could find a water-attributed disciple from the water pavilion and perform the minor rain nurturing.
The person looks somewhat troubled. Is
there any other way?
Yes, if you advance the long tendon to the 2nd layer, the
yield will also increase. The person ponders. It seems there is only one chance left to wish. You success.
Thank you, senior brother. In the room, the servant watches, the half-spirit path in hand, pondering in heart about senior brotherly, who gave 3 methods.
Currently only improving ever. Art can solve the urgent need. As for finding earth, veins or jade water, pavilion is first, no connections. Second, IT requires time, conversely, losses and injuries. Like, subscribe, share. Port Mingjing and Diandian channel.
Successfully consumed 106. 6 days lifespan. Raised evergreen art to 2nd level. Aiming lifespan 762 days. Effect 1. Cultivation speed plus 20. Effect 2. Yield increase plus 10. Effect 3. Candy. Pale diagnose spirit status.
Senior brother lied. Don't give up on me.
Next, he sat cross-legged and attempted to cultivate concluding that although the cultivation speed did indeed increase, unfortunately the wood's spiritual energy in the room was extremely sparse. Forget about advancing his realm. Even maintaining normal cultivation was difficult. Time came to the next day. He shouldered his hoe and headed to the spirit fields.
With only 3 days left, until there are only 3 days. This time, I must seed. I absolutely cannot.
My goodness! Lingan actually got up to vomit roots and asked the disciple.
He is really going out. Where did this kid get the spirit stone?
If I remember correctly, even an outer disciple of gets 10 low-grade spirit stones per month.
He used 1/10 of his harvest to secure long-term cooperation from the other party.
As it vibrated intensely, weeds and remaining roots were quickly shattered. At the same time, the compact soil, as if plowed by earth dragons, became loose and soft, while others toiled to exhaustion. Lingan didn't even break a sweat. The onlookers were stunned. Eyes wide, Xiaren watched, deeply impressed, and also felt the urge to collaborate. Just as he was about to step forward, he ran into Zhang Re, who came to distribute spirit seed.
Xiaren, this is your last chance, Bill Luqing. Understood?
Thank you for your kindness, senior brother.
The smile on Zhang Re's face instantly vanished, his eyes turning sharp and fierce.
Very well. Very well. Wait until the assessment is over. I will make this household pay a price. I'm going to collect the spirit seedlings.
Frightening. After confirming the spirit, no issues whatsoever, he turned and left. Soon, he arrived at the spirit field he managed. Unexpectedly, he encountered that earth spirit disciple who had helped Lingan loosen the soil.
Fellow Taoist, is this the spirit field you manage? Yes, but your mother. Spirit field is very strange.
Ever since the rice ripened, the field has been teeming with a group of frogs. Strangely, they don't eat insects but instead frantically started gnawing on the ripe rice. When the farmers saw this, they not only didn't stop them, instead they happily competed to see whose grain was eaten the most. It turns out it was their method of harvesting grain. As long as the frog swallows the rice, its head will display the year's yield, and the sect where Xia Ran belongs also uses this method to select the DC. Plus, as long as the premier yield of reaches 1000 jin, then he can become a formal core disciple. But just as he was about to plant the spirit rice, he discovered the spirit field had actually been
Tempered with fellow Taoist Xia. You're touching the spirit field. Ideal.
Did you notice something?
I'm not mistaken. Right. Could it be the yield, no the speed? The quality growth is...
That is exactly what.
Our army operates on Turing. Therefore, the foundation for is extremely sensitive to sharp. Your mother's spirit field. The land quality seems to have been partially Damn.
Could it be Zhang Ergei? No, I wouldn't pass this time. The assessment clearly the other party knows the true situation of this mother.
At this moment, Hansu beside her, a flicker of cunning flashed in her eyes. She didn't expect this trip to have an unexpected day. She can make a big profit again.
Hey guide, I can help you supplement it a few times. Just 10 top grade spirit stones, or 1/10 of each harvest. What do you think?
How about not only no snacks, but also 1/10 of the harvest? Impossible.
Although this person needs the others' help, they're not stupid.
Once they become a formal disciple, they will receive 1 meal of 2nd grade spirit. By then, the yield will at least double, which is 2000 jin. This person opens their mouth and wants 1/10. That is a full 200 jin of 2nd grade spiritual. This is a one-time deal. Pinching their nose, they agree, but wanting to take a share. This is seen through their desire for formal status.
This is the 3rd assessment. The first 2 all ended in failure. If this time still doesn't pass the assessment, then they will be expelled from the sect, and it's because of this reason Hansu dares to propose such a high price.
As long as you become an official member, is this little loss even worth mentioning?
Precisely because of this, it is impossible.
What do you say we do?
This time from the corporation, you 1/10. After that, we can discuss further. Don't forget, those who have spirit roots are not just you.
Along Hansu, after thinking for 3 seconds, he nodded. He also knows it is impossible for all people to be as bold as Lingan, to take the risk, but as long as their profit, even the mosquito's leg is meat. Then, please begin your performance. Hansu grinned, then immediately stepped into the spirit field to perform the earth shadow forming. The whole process is essentially channeling the scattered earth spiritual energy from the world into the ground, replenish the portion that was originally drained. This way, the spiritual field soil nutrients will be abundantly terrifying. Watch this, she couldn't help but relax. A sigh of relief.
With sufficient earth energy, will increase in this manner. No one will suspect she has achieved.
After dealing with the oil, that is settled. Now, 100 spirit rice seed. The pills, give them to me.
Then, Hansu headed in another direction watching the other parties. Departing back, the terrifying figure narrowed her eyes slightly.
Zhang is the greediest, wanting it all. Hansu is a bit better, only wanting 1/10. If not for the golden finger, I'm afraid I can only compromise.
Next, like many awakened wood spirit root outer disciples, all began cultivating spirit birds around the spirit fields. But this isn't simply planting, rather, one must first use their own weak spiritual power to envelop the spirit, and then bury it in the spirit field. It seems like just one extra step, but in fact, this is also one of the methods of artifact. As time passed day by day, the originally empty field gradually became filled with spirit birds, and the spirit birds, while growing, also released rich wood spirit tea.
This time, the wood spirit chi concentration is strong. With good luck, one might even break through the forbidden.
What are you thinking? If you can't reach the second level, break through at this
moment. All the outer disciples in this are sitting cross-legged, operating the evergreen technique to absorb the dense wood spiritual energy around them. Xiaoran is also cultivating and feels amazing.
The evergreen technique has advanced to layer, and the cultivation speed has increased 20-fold. This immortal cultivation is just drinking water. Afterward,
he plundered all the wood spiritual energy around him. Although Xiaoran failed 2 consecutive assessments, he also benefited from it, accumulating a certain amount of spiritual power in his body. When the massive wood spiritual energy surged into his body, Xiaoran finally
broke through to the mid-chi refining stage. Remaining lifespan 4,414. Consumed 26 days. 0. Lifespan to upgrade evergreen sense to
third level. Suddenly, a large amount of
experience regarding evergreen sense surged forth. Successfully consumed 2,600 days of lifespan to upgrade evergreen fern to third level. Remaining lifespan 181. 4 days. Evergreen fern level 3. Effect 1. Cultivation speed plus 30. Effect 2. Yield increase plus 20. Effect 3. Can predict and diagnose
phospholipid growth issues. Why has the wood phosphorus chi decreased? Wasn't there a lot just now? If there were just a bit chi, I could break my realm.
Soon the day of the assessment arrived. Xiaoran arrived early at the spirit field, gazing at the spirit paths more robust than last quarter, and couldn't help but smile with satisfaction.
Look, the assessors, Zhang Yaran, have arrived. Senior brother.
The third one is quite unfamiliar. This is brother Law from the
TB. Zhang Er introduced while sweeping his gaze around, quickly locking onto the shrimp ma. Sha.
Why is this master so calm? Has he accepted his fate?
Fellow junior brother, this time I will be the one. Measure your spiritual sensitivity.
He casually raised a hand, and the ring flew out from his sleeve. Knee. The next second, a spirit creature darted with a thud. A huge golden cicada appeared on the field ring.
Gee. This is a spirit beast. Harvest it yourselves. When finished, call out once. It will automatically cut harvested spirit rice into its belly. Then we'll know exactly how much spirit rice is pretty.
A flicker of relief passed through the shrimp man's heart.
You as harvest on our own. Doesn't that mean we can harvest another wave of lifespan?
Begin immediately. All outer disciples undergoing the assessment picked up their sickles and began to act. The shrimp man was even the most diligent one.
Harvested premium spirit rice 1 stock. Lifespan increased days. Harvested premium spirit rice 1 stock. Lifespan increased by 3 days. Harvested premium spirit rice 1 lifespan increased by 3 days.
Every time the prompt sounded, the shrimp man grew excited. Not for the fear of raising suspicion. He wouldn't need rest and would harvest all the spirit rice, but to maintain a low profile. He worked along surrounding people 1 level lower.
Dao friend, what do you think? This time, how many will become?
This time, 300 people. Assessment having 10 become regular would be good.
You, on the other hand, or 5, right? Who? Then Linang counts as 1, right? I remember this guy. He also only has 1 assessment shot. I heard that a while ago. He actually managed the Tuling route and the Shili route address to cooperate originally.
This Linang was also targeted by him. He privately probed several times, thinking the other would agree to become an electric dragon. Who would have thought he'd take a different path, even one that could be called extreme? And then, also, there is Li Sankai's gaze has already locked onto someone terrifying, but he seemed to remember something. Glanced at Diu's Zhang Huyao, shook her head and said, better wait for the fight first. The shady dealings the other party did in private, he knows them perfectly well. In his heart, half an hour later, Lin Dao was quickly harvested. Finished. Next up comes the weighing that everyone cares about. It is my turn. Lin watched the golden cicada getting closer and closer. His breathing became rapid and hurried.
Junior brother Lin, you tirelessly searched for the wood blocking route, and they want to like, subscribe, share the Minjing and the Andian program.
He threw on the ground. The whole person choked with sobs. In order to become a formal disciple, he gave up 50% of future harvests. If he fails, the consequences are unthinkable. It is my turn. At this moment, another person took the lead and stepped forward first. Zhao Ying
is right, senior brother Zhang. Agree. Let's talk about it later. At this moment.
But she used her tongue to roll the leader in front into her mouth. So the numbers above her head began to scroll. It displayed up to 900, but then stopped. This resents Zhao Ying only producing 900 meters less than 1,000 G. It means the assessment failed. in that it was only Jin. Jiang Erqiao gave Luo Buzi a meaningful look. The latter understood immediately. His right, aimed at the golden, twitched slightly instantly. The nut burst above the head changed to 1000 Jin. This little maneuver was seen clearly by Li Xiangcai beside them. But Chu he didn't stop or expose it, because afterwards he'd also received a sum of hush money.
Exactly 1,000 gold. Junior brother Zhao, you passed the test and become a formal disciple. You, senior brother.
Only Sha Ren hasn't been tested yet. Originally, he could have gone earlier, but Zhang Er deliberately put him last, precisely to humiliate him. In the end, this guy who kept refusing him, it is a warning to
the others. Junior brother Xia, are you ready? Of course. How do you feel about it?
I think this time it will succeed.
This guy can't possibly succeed. The deed to the field in the woods had a portion of it taken out by me. So even if the number of seedlings is sufficient, but due to nutrient deficiency, the yield is certain to fall below 1,000 Jin.
Quickly Golden opens her mouth again and uses her tongue to roll the seedling ahead into her mouth without realizing. Directly jumps to
1,000 Jin. It seems Junior Marshal third assessment has failed again.
1,100 Jin Lin Li's assessment succeeded. What?
In the dead of night, he secretly seedling field, yet he doesn't steal rice nor does he steal vegetables. Instead, he sets his eyes soil beneath his feet. He uses a hoe to dig up all the fertile soil, then pours it into a wok and begins stir frying. Only when the soil is fried to a red color does he feel satisfied, and pours it back into the field. So no matter how fertile, once it is being scorched, it can never grow grain again. He did this just to get back at those disciples who refused with him. So this sect has a mandatory rule. All newcomers must grow 1,000 spirit paths before becoming full disciples. And he threw all kinds of exploitation, but he never expected Sha Ren would stubbornly refuse to cooperate with him, so he came up with this method. Yet he never imagined that during the assessment, Ren not only grew 1,000 spirit paths, but each one was plump and full.
Tell me, did you cheat?
Senior brother Zhang, food. You can eat carelessly, but what? You cannot speak. Reckless.
This mother spirit field root originally couldn't be mass produced, yet you still deny cheating.
Zhang Er finished speaking at Li San beside him. Though he didn't know what kind of deal the two had struck, he instinctively felt that it must be this guy helping the other
Side cheat. It can't be that bad, right? What exactly is
on? Everyone around was also stunned. You said it couldn't
be mass produced to 1,000 Jin.
Evidence. Last time you didn't reach 1,000 Jin.
Last time was due to my lack of experience. What is the problem, fellow Taoists? Zhang, if you don't have solid, substantial evidence, you shouldn't
speak recklessly. Evidence. The known spirit field lacked earth chi, so the soil is nutrient deficient. It is fun to mass produce 1,000 Jin.
You don't have an earth spirit. How would you know the earth chi is insufficient?
Zhang Er was instantly speechless. Some things are publicly acknowledged as such, but you can't openly admit it, or you'll offend a whole bunch of formal disciples.
Fellow Taoist, what is going on with you?
I think this guy cheated. Translate.
Everyone, since senior brother Zhang says I cheated, why not find someone who has awakened an earth spirit to inspect this acre of spirit thoroughly and see if the earth chi is lacking, or wouldn't that settle it?
Seeing the other party so confident, Zhang Er felt it. His heart sank.
Junior brother Lei, you happen to know someone who could be brought here, okay?
Soon Layman brought Hansu over. The other party, seeing Lin Qian with people and even formal disciples directly, was stunned. This is really
a different matter. This death doesn't seem to require you to come to the crime scene yourself. Greetings, three senior brothers.
Hansu, right. You come and inspect this spirit field's earth chi to see if it's sufficient. You must inspect it thoroughly. Absolutely cannot be.
There is no need to pack.
Why?
3 months ago, I was the one who restored this spirit field.
In his view, this is a great chance to promote yourself. Therefore, she made her voice as loud as possible, so everyone could hear it, crystal clear.
No wonder the other party is so and fearless. Turns out, found someone to restore the land. Possession. Leak this secret.
Senior Zhang, who was forced out. Did you hear that clearly? Do you still think I cheated? Do you want to keep pestering me?
About this, Zhang Er could only suppress his displeasure. No.
Everything. Yo-yo exclusive.
Theater. Yo-yo tea.
Lavisi. Ansari.
ESX call. Yusuf. Senior Sha, earlier, that 100 Jin of speed, don't want it anymore. Why? Is that it is not like brother is here today. I absolutely cannot promote it. Many people. Since that is the case, the fortune of 100 Jin of speed is nothing, brother Sha. Look at me. Considering my sincerity, in the future, could I buy spirit extinguishers from that spirit love and another water spirit helped a female disciple, toiling hard for 3 months only, to end up 1,100 and the terrifying person, although also failing twice. Like, subscribe, share, and reward to support me. The dot column.
Who is senior brother? It is me, you.
Why have you come this time?
Thanks to senior brother's help.
Don't misunderstand. I couldn't stand that guy.
Regardless, you also helped me twice in the future. If you need this junior brother, I will never refuse. You
Are now also a formal disciple. Lucky, just call me fellow always. No, no, no.
You became a formal disciple here. Later than me, so of course, I must call you senior brother.
You call me senior brother. Let me give you a reminder. Do not pursue this matter.
Ah.
Precisely, the exploitation of sect disciples is tacitly by the sect. Since Zhang Er dares to exploit, it also means Zhang Er's seduction behind someone else. There is certain a beggar once you retaliate, it is equivalent to offending a whole chain of people. And might even include the lofty elders. With your current strength, this is no different from seeking death.
I understand. Thank you.
Senior brother Zhang, although Li Sensai meant well, he absolutely couldn't imagine that Shan Ren has nothing else, but his lifespan is longer than anyone else as others can't afford to wait. But he can, little brat.
I can't beat you, but I can outlive you.
After returning to his residence, Ren immediately began cultivating.
Today's harvest of 1 acre of spirit rice.
Quite a bit of lifespan, right? Ha! Mid-chi refining stage. Clear awareness. Third layer. Remaining lifespan 16,814. Will you consume 4602 day of lifespan to advance the evergreen art from the 3rd level to the 4th level?
In an instant, a vast amount of knowledge about the evergreen
Experience and techniques flood your mind. Successfully consumed 4,602 days of lifespan to advance the evergreen art to level 4. Remaining lifespan 12,212 days. Can still advance. Will you consume 7,070 days of lifespan to advance the evergreen art to level 4? Please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share. Support Mingjing and the Andean channel with tips.
The evergreen art at the 5th is simply terrifying. For a mere earth rank technique to bring about such effects, then high level earth rank, heaven rank, even the legendary immortal rank. How terrifying must they be? The second
day, the people of the world arrived. Early at the assembly point. At this moment, Lobo Cheng took out several small storage pouches from translation.
This item will now be yours. Inside it contains 100 gin of spirit, coins and a set of formal disciple robes. A small storage pouch. You must keep it safe. This thing is after all not some high quality item. It cannot be bound by blood. Once lost, when the time comes, don't come crying your nose to find me. No problem. We are about to depart.
Saying that, Lobo Chen took out token. He then aimed it at this thing and shouted,
saying, Lord 19, we are setting off again. Not
long after, a massive shadow approached at an extremely fast speed from afar. Sharon and the others looked up and saw it was a lantern, over 10 meters long, a giant white crane monster. That is
the spirit beast. Senior brother, Luo, may I? Spirit, you have awakened.
Actually, everyone here, disciple, just call me Luo. All the spiritual roots are water and wood, a dual
spiritual roots. Fellow Taoist, is there a difference between trick spiritual roots and dual spiritual?
Yes, and it is a big one. Awakening multiple spiritual roots. You can utilize a wider variety of spells.
So, wouldn't that make the element spiritual roots the best?
The mainstream in the entire cultivation world is the 5-element spiritual roots. It is just a pity such talents are too rare. Once one appears, it is bound to trigger fierce competition among the major cultivation sects.
Those web novels misled me.
Soon, the group arrived at the location.
This is the Forest and Field Management Office. In the future, what submit resources or apply for, please, the link seats on the no matter what the need is. It is through here that I send you. Here, my task is considered complete after taking senior brother away. The few of them then headed towards the straight ahead Forest Field Core Management Office entrance. But upon entering, they found that inside not a single person was there. However, deep within the palace, there grew a lingji plant at that time. It was a solitary bud, quite large. Suddenly, the solitary bud before their eyes blew open, revealing a face with human-like features.
Please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, share, and the Dianian program. So that is how it is. Come, pick a plot. After saying this,
he unfurled a huge scroll. Inside, clearly visible, was a map of the forest field core
area. Is there any difference? The difference
is that some are near, some are far.
I want to be closer to here,
so it can be my turn soon. Ling'an chose a spot, not too close, not too far, in the Lingqian area.
Xiaobei, what about you?
Quiet places, somewhere farther and secluded.
There are only 3 spots. One at the foot of the mount, one along the way here, and one near an abandoned cave nearby.
May I ask, manager, are there powerful senior disciples near these
spots? The first and second have some. Third spot doesn't even have people nearby. Then I
choose a third spot. Why?
Choose somewhere so far, isn't it?
Better to stay with us. I'm not fond
socializing. Hehe, it is your turn to pick. Zhao Ying, with a face full of excitement, she was just about to start choose when suddenly a familiar voice interrupted her.
Choose the one closest to me.
Ying couldn't help but shiver upon hearing that voice. The smile on her face also vanished. Everyone turned to look. It was actually
Zhang it is him choosing. It is not you who gets to choose.
What do you think I choose?
The plot closest to senior brother.
Lin Tian and Lin Nan exchange a glance. Then both look at Zhao Yi with a hint of pity in their eyes.
It seems this person was able to become a formal disciple only because of his connection to Zhang. Even if he is promoted, what from now on won't he just
Be working like a beast of burden for others after everyone has chosen. Here are your field deeds. He takes it.
And finds it is a talisman. Without hesitation, he immediately forces a drop of blood from his right hand and presses it on. Sure enough, as the blood is absorbed, the deed immediately emits a faint glow. Beside him, Ling An and Zhao Ziao follow suit. Everyone does the same yet. Zhao Ying standing to the side feels 10,000 regrets, but still, with trembling hands, hands it over to someone who is watching covetously nearby. After receiving a land deed, Er is still not satisfied at all. His eyes are green as he looks at the shrimp man and Ling.
It is stinky cow dung. Only being sold at 100 tiles per jing. This makes all the passers drop their jaws in shock.
Damn, is this person an idiot? Just.
Is this edible? What is this? But
The shrimp man nearby sees at a glance. Something is off. This dung
actually contains such a strong concentration of spiritual energy. Family, what kind of dung are you?
I come from the Ling Shao, GU. The responsibility belongs to Ling Shao's faces.
Wu Bugi turns around and takes a small. Take the package down, and then open it with the right side facing the shrimp man. Instantly, an even more pungent stench emerged. The shrimp man back several steps.
This is the feces of the white. If sprinkled into the Ling Tian, it can increase the yield.
What price is it?
Usually 100 jin of year-old retail feces costs 10 deep pin ling. Seeing you're a new customer, I'll give it for then.
I don't have snacks, only
Ling Mi is even better. One
Ling Mai can be
for how many snacks? The market price for 1 jin of Ling is 11 coins. DI snacks.
Although the demand for Ling Mian is high, its production is also not low, and the price of first-grade Ling Mai is relative stable. Only the higher the quality, and the rarer the variety of Ling Jie, the more expensive it sells.
That is to say, 10 jing of Ling Mai is equivalent to jing of 100-year Ling Jie stuff.
Shockingly, he was stunned by this result. I still have some.
Good stuff here. 吓到.
Do you want to take a look? You've already sold all the good stuff. What other good things could you possibly have?
Perhaps to prove. His own strength, Hao Bugi, took out a small storage bag. After opening it, he then pulled out several items, which were a pot of wine and translation, a paper figure for wine. There are still a few grains clinging to the seeds are terrifying, suddenly revealing a disgusted expression.
What is all this? You, alone and lonely, definitely need to send a straight. This task is accept. Make one water. Transform woman, strike stone, sacrifice self, not only difficult, can torture, release pillow. Small nest is even more realistic person, idle, as long as ignore just one order. Oh.
Terrifying, suddenly a forehead full of blood, lines seeing the other party not speaking, and the complexion. Strange Hao Bugi. Finally, sighed. I admit.
Use the 40 jin of spirit honey, roam free.
What? This damn thing is still.
Use the 30, the price of spirit honey. Lower. Who said I wanted to?
It. No, I don't want it. Point at someone else, not to this bottle. What is in this jar?
百年 host chi, absolutely. A good thing. What effect does it have? Replenish spiritual power fully, not following orders.
For me, its use isn't.
Great. The immortal then turns his gaze to the third item. What is this?
A seed. I don't know what kind of spiritual plant it is, but it was excreted by 1,000-year spirit. Therefore, the price is not low. You probably name a price.
To make me give up. The immortal really doesn't believe this thing can be that expensive. Since it was eaten by 1,000-year spirit beast, it is definitely not spiritual plant. Although there's, but what if there is an unexpected harvest too?
Bottles of spirit honey. 3. You slime merchant. If you don't buy, I'm leaving. Wait.
Hugh Bugi gives a dark, sly smile.
I knew you'd need it.
If you're not buying anything, help me find a recipe for brewing
spirit honey wine. You want to brew spirit honey wine? Right, good. Next month, I'll bring it. You have to pay a deposit.
Hugh Bugi flashes a cunning look in his eyes.
How much is it? 1 bottle of spirit honey. Give 5 jin. Take it. Next month, at the same time.
Hugh Bugi, with a look of a sly scheme, leads the retail camel and quickly leaves after. Reaching a deserted spot, he pulls up a recipe for brewing spirit rice wine.
If the nuts are tied slowly, but only by letting the other party keep and walking, chanting can. Remember the time, not.
Few days passed. The temperature has been getting lower.
Luckily, a few days ago, already finished planting the spirit in the first grade. Spirit, it can only achieve a year, 1,000 jins. a second grade spirit field that almost reaching 2,000 jin. It combines cultivation, realm, technique level, external factors, etc. It can even reach
3,000 jin. This is also why the shrimp people buy spirit beasts to distinguish them when the spirit seedlings were planted. All over the second grade spirit field, surrounding wood spiritual energy rapidly increased. The shrimp person immediately cross-legged on the and then began circulating the law. In the end, Qingju, a powerful suction force pulled the wood spiritual energy from the spirit field into her body. In the following period, the shrimp man kept cultivating as the spiritual energy inside his body grew more and more. His strength also rapidly increased. It rose. The warrior opened his eyes and looked toward the source of the sound. Warrior.
My guidance is very accurate. Right. Of course, this is the spiritual rice you planted. Leader Halbugi didn't pay much attention.
First, but as he watched, he suddenly froze.
The spiritual rice before his eyes was actually so large and sturdy. This is winter, when planting difficulty is greater, more demanding of technique. Yet now it is completely no less than those planted by experienced farmers. If it weren't, if I remember correctly, the property just became official about 2 months ago, right?
This really surprised Halbugi. Then the smile on his face became even brighter. Winter
is indeed difficult for cultivation.
Right.
Halbugi agreed on the surface, but was actually speechless inside.
If this is still called poor cultivation, then do you know, Fei Wu?
Did you bring the recipe?
For brewing, brother. Since you agreed, then you must deliver.
The man took the recipe and gained a new skill.
The wine speed is full.
But the quality isn't.
From our house. Alright, give you the remaining 5 jin of
rice. Brother, how much second grade spirit rice can you produce today?
With this, 1,500 around. There should be 2,000 jin of yield, but one must guard against others.
500 jin, 2 bottles of honey is also enough. What do you mean? During the new year, the Xian clan will hold ceremony at Honggu for the sacrifice. At that time, region's formal disciples, even the core DC class, will participate.
What does this have to do with me?
You can use the Ling honey to trade for other things.
Right, even if you can't exchange for anything good, you can still join the fun.
Halbugi left, but Sharon kept the matter of the New Year market in mind. In the following days, Sharon once again immersed himself in cultivation until one morning. Sharon came to the field ridge. Just as I was about to start cultivating, I made an unexpected discovery.
It is strange. These spirits are covered all over with
yellowish-brown spots. He immediately circulated his chi, and in an instant, his expression changed drastically. It turns out these yellowish-brown spots are actually living insects. The entire second-grade spirit field has already been mostly occupied by them. The longevity shrimp people had just begun their winter planting, planned but unexpectedly. As soon as the spirit seedlings, they were hit by an insect plague. The seedlings that to grow were completely covered with insects. It is
over. If this continues, in less than 3 days, this will be completely devoured by them.
The shrimp people have never encountered this situation before and can only go find Elder Hua to seek a solution. Elder Hua.
Shrimp person, you've come here probably because of those
bugs, right? In the forest fields, they're everywhere, yellowish brown.
Bugs. Those yellowish brown bugs are called winter awakening bugs. They only awaken in winter, and when the temperature certain low point, then they wake up and crawl from the mud. In the soil, winter awakening bugs. These bugs only appear in forest fields of second grade core or higher. The reason is that they've been dormant in the black soil since long ago.
I see. How to solve it? There are only 2 methods. First,
find wood spirit root disciples and have them come to exterminate the bugs. The second method is to find water spirit
root disciples to cast the minor rain spell. Looks like we can only ask for
help. Afterwards, Xia hurried to the mission man agent office. Xia took a glance. It felt similar to handling previous life. Fellow Taoist, what do you need?
Want to post a task to exterminate winter awakening bugs. The minimum reward
is how much? At least 50 spirit stones per bottle. Okay.
The bug extermination task was processed. Not long after, counter a spirit talisman was handed over. If someone accepts the bug extermination,
you posted, the talisman will light up. The closer the other party is, the faster the talisman. Xia.
The person who got the spirit talisman then hurriedly returned to the cave dwelling, looking at the densely packed, yellowish brown insects in front was terrifying. She didn't even have the heart to cultivate, just stared blankly like this. Right at this moment, the spirit talisman in her hand suddenly vibrated
and lit up. It seems the person has arrived. Not long
after, a slender male figure gradually approached the other party, also held a constantly flickering
spirit talisman. You are the one who pulled the insect extermination task. Fellow Taoist, right. Before exterminating the insects, you first take out the spirit rice and let me look. Why? I've been shortchanged many times already, therefore with some helplessness.
So how it is? The blind person did hesitate, immediately taking from the small storage pouch and bringing out rice. After confirming, Lu Zhao finally let out a sigh of relief.
I am Lu Zhao, a disciple of the Qifeng sect. Since there are issues, I will now begin. With a flick of his hand,
a white sphere flew out from his spiritual power, continuously poured in. Immediately, the servants saw the sphere emit a white light. Wherever the light passed, the spirit insects were completely sliced to pieces. This thing is called a sword pill of formal disciples. Who a spirit root receive a mystic iron.
They must nourish it daily with. If I didn't come out to earn extra, they simply couldn't afford to make. Translation Ted Sukanmaru had. Translation. Using her own translation. If you don't come out. Translation. They earn extra. Translation. Simply can't afford to.
She suddenly understood.
It seems different spiritual root come with different trouble. Although the wood spirit root for combat, at least the resources are decent. Comparison, her heart suddenly felt much better.
By evening, Luo Zhao had finally cleared the pests from the... Thank you.
Fellow Taoist Luo.
Mention it next time you need help. Just use this communication talisman. Me, after Luo Zhao
left, she originally wanted to continue checking the spirit field. Conditioned but unexpectedly, someone else approached police.
Like, subscribe, share, and support
Mingjing and the audience program. It might bring you unexpected gains, not a
free favor afterwards, a reward of 2 low-grade spirit stones. How many days per person for 1 acre of second-grade spirit fields? Should be 1
day to finish, right? Then I'll take it the next day. Just as the sun rose, Sharon and Linan arrived early at the location of that station foundation. Remember the position.
Absolutely. Do not damage the spirit. Every single plant inside is more valuable than your life. If anyone's hands are unsteady, then leave quickly. Yes.
Senior brother soon the three arrived at their respective spirit fields to harvest. Sharon used the evergreen art to sense the surrounding spirit.
1 layer locked, golden characters, oily characters, top.
That means the real harvesting time is tomorrow. Right now is equivalent to 1
day early, although they are already mature and can be harvested without issue. The quality, yield, and other aspects will obviously be somewhat lacking. She had no intention of reminding this shrimp person. After all, it wasn't her own spiritual value. Then he began to harvest.
A premium one, just a single stock, lifespan increased by 5 days. Harvesting a premium one, just a single stock, lifespan increased by 5 days. Harvesting a premium one, just a single stock, lifespan increased by 5
days. He kept busy from morning until nearly evening. All the leaders were finally harvested completely. Jiangsu looked at them fully and neatly. Harvest black thorns, showing a satisfied
expression. Very good. What is your name?
Senior brother, I am Jia. Ran for your first time. You were
too hard. So completely. And moreover, it was the most troublesome. Crystal cluster. It showed. Your foundation is very solid.
Senior brother, for the prey.
How outstanding you are. I'll give you 10 extra or so. Second grade spirit.
The surrounding people instantly showed. Looks Zhao Ziya was even somewhat jealous.
Thank you, senior brother. You next. Harvest time. Come directly. No need to sign up.
After saying this, Jiangsu turned and left.
To be appreciated by senior brother Zhao, you've hit the jackpot, kid. The people
around just smiled. Then he separated 5 jing of second spirit rice and handed it over.
It is all thanks to you. I don't have it, so I can only use spirit rice to thank you. What is
this? You're too polite.
Just accept it. We've been in the spirit path together, kid. You walking back and forth. The spirit rice person must be running low.
Right. All right then. Back. After returning to the cave dwelling, the did not rest but immediately checked the attributes.
Panel. Remaining lifespan 20,000. 9,672 days. Evergreen art 50%. Master 9 meridians. Wood spirit silk. Twining trays 2.
This time, helping Jiangsu harvest, the black thorns actually yielded
a full 80 years of lifespan. Consume
4,567 days of lifespan to raise wood spirit silkworm. Twining trees from 2 layers to 3 layers.
In an instant, a vast amount of experience and technique surged forth. The servant felt as if she had personally cultivated for many years swiftly.
Absorbing it, successfully consumed 4,567 days of lifespan, raising wood spirit, twining trees to 3 layers, remaining lifespan 25,105 days, wood spirit, twining trees 3 layers.
The servant opened her right hand. A wood spirit seal appeared in her palm. Aiming at the weed, she channeled spiritual power into it. Instantly, the weed transformed into a black surface as if the metal black iron vine. Then the shrimp man controlled it, thrusting toward the scar poplar tree ahead, instantly piercing the entire trunk without a single hint of obstruction, as if a kitchen knife slicing tofu smooth.
The power of this strike is somewhat terrifying. It feels like an opponent of the realm simply couldn't withstand it, let alone the fact that I'm not just controlling one vine. Although, after the wood bell entanglement technique, the 3rd layer, 1 strand of spirit power can only manifest 5 black iron vines. The number is halved, but it is still not to be under.
Day by day passes, and the spirit rises in the field. Finally, as the shrimp man immediately circulates the evergreen art to begin sensing.
It, 1st grade ripe, 2nd grade spirit, rice material, 2,100
can be.
The shrimp man's eyes lit up decisively, picked up the sickle blade.
Harvesting top grade 0 to 1 plant, lifespan increased by 6 days.
From daytime, the shrimp man worked straight into the night, looking at the full and abundant spirit rice. He was extremely happy. This was his first time planting, in which the yield not only didn't decrease, but actually increased somewhat.
Elder Huang, I've come to complete the winter task. Submit the spirit rice.
If I remember correctly, this is your first time planting in winter. Could it be the yield met the standard? Barely managed to complete. Just completing it. Others in your same batch didn't even meet 1,000 caddies in yield.
Zhao Jiao, right? Although this shrimp person was a bit surprised, he didn't take it to heart. Then,
the shrimp person submitted 1,000 jin of 2nd grade spirit rice. 2nd grade spirit rice. These days, newcomers who can grow 2nd grade
spirit rice are few and far between. This person here could actually do it. It seems 2nd grade spirit isn't something just anyone can grow.
But I only have this kind of spirit rise on me. After that, he left the spirit fields and the new management office. Little did he expect, upon arriving outside,
to run into a familiar face. Fellow Taoist the shrimp, what? Have you completed your winter task yet?
Could you lend me 100 jin of second? Great spirit rise. In order to achieve longevity, the shrimp person began his winter farming plan. But who could have imagined the spiritual seedlings that were not easy are all covered with insects?
It is over. If this continues, in less than 3 days, the spirit field will be completely gnawed.
Away. The shrimp people have never encountered such a situation. They can only seek Elder Hua for a solution. Elder Hua.
Shrimp person, you came here probably also because of those insects, right?
Yes, the forest field is full of yellowish brown insects.
Those yellowish brown insects are called winter awakening insects. They only awaken in winter. And when a certain low temperature is reached, then they crawl out from the soil. Winter awakening insects. These insects only appear in forest fields of second grade core or above. The reason is they have been dormant in the black soil since long ago.
I see.
How to solve it? There are only 2 methods. The first
method is to find wood spirit root disciples and have them come to exterminate the insects. The second method is to find water spirit
roots disciples to cast the minor rain technique. It seems we can only ask
for help. Afterwards, the shrimp. They hurried to the taskman. Agement office. The shrimp person glanced around, feeling it was similar to handling business. Fellow Taoist, what do you need to do?
I want to post a task to kill the Tongsing insects. What is the reward?
The minimum, at least 50 jin per bottle.
Good, the insect killing task was processed quickly.
Other side handed over a spirit talisman. If someone accepts the insect killing task you posted, the talisman will light up. The closer the other party is, the faster the talisman.
The shrimp person took the talisman and hurriedly returned to the cave dwelling, looking at the dense yellowish brown insects before them. The shrimp person didn't even have the heart to cultivate, just staring dryly like this. Right at this moment, the spirit talisman in hand suddenly braided
and lit up. It seems the person is coming not long after.
A slender, lean gradually approached the other party, also held a constantly flashing
spirit talisman. Are you the one who posted the insect killing task? Yes. Before killing the insects, first take out the rice and let me.
Why do I need to see it?
I've been shortchanged many times already, so I'm feeling a bit
less. I see. The servant didn't hesitate and immediately took the spirit rice from the small storage. After confirming that everything was correct, Luo Zhao finally
relaxed. I'm Luo Zhao, a spirit from the Qi and a disciple. Since there is no problem, then I begin. With a flick of his hand,
a white sphere flew out from his sleeve. Spiritual power continuously poured into it. From within immediately, the servant saw this sphere emit a white light and shadow. Wherever it passed, the east-moving worms on the were all sliced to pieces. What is this thing? This is called
a sword pill. We translation sword pill will formal disciples of the metal each receive a mysterious iron sword pill every day. They their own spiritual power to it. If I don't come out to earn extra money, they simply can't afford.
It's shocking. I suddenly understood. It seemed
different spirit roots also have troubles. The wood spirit root may not be suited for combat, but at least the resources are decent. With this comparison, instantly felt much better.
By evening, Luo Zhao had finally cleared the past from the spirit. Thank you.
Fellow Taoist Luo.
Mention it. Next time you need help, just use this communication talisman to
me. After Luo Zhao left, I originally intended to continue checking the spirit field's condition. I didn't expect someone else to walk over.
Fellow Taoist Shasa, you kept me waiting. You're easy to find. You know.
What do you want from me?
Tomorrow, a foundation established. Senior brother needs help. Harvest spirit orchid. I've already notified Zhao Ziyao.
Do you want to join the harvest? Upon hearing this, the servant's eye
lit up. A foundation establishment cultivated spirit must be extraordinary. Who knows? They might bring him unexpected gains.
It is not free labor. Afterward, the reward is 2 jin of second grade spirit.
How much work? 1 day, 1 person, 1 meal.
Great spirit field should be done in a day. Right, I'll take it.
The next day, as the sun just rose, the servant and Ling An arrived early at the location of that foundation establishment. Remember,
absolutely do not damage the spirit orchid. Every single plant is more valuable than your life. If anyone's hands are unsteady, then it is to leave now. Yes.
Senior brother. So the 3 of them arrived at their respective spirit fields to harvest.
That is to say, the actual harvest time is tomorrow. Right now is equivalent to what?
Early, although they have already matured for harvesting, it is not a problem, but the quality and yield will obviously be somewhat lacking. Regarding this, the shrimp man had no intention of reminding them. After all, it is not his own spirit plants. Then he began the harvesting.
Harvesting the young stalks. Each one adds 5 days of lifespan. The young stalks. Each one adds 5 days of lifespan. Harvesting the young stalks. Each
adds 5 days of lifespan. From daytime, they kept busy until near dusk before all the spirit plants were harvested completely. Jiangsu looked at the entire. All are completely harvested. Blackthorn reveals a full
expression of satisfaction. Very good. What is your name?
Reporting to senior brother. Ran for the first time. You were a
harvest so completely. And moreover, it is the most troubled crystal cluster it shows. Your foundation is very good.
Senior brother for the praise, see.
Your outstanding performance. I'll give you extra prac. High second grade. Spirit.
People around immediately show and else looks. Zhao Zia even feels somewhat jealous.
Thank you, senior brother. You next time, when harvesting, you can come directly.
No need to sign up.
Yes, Jiangsu finished speaking and turned to leave, to be appreciated by senior brother Zhang. You're in luck. Kid the person beside him just smiled and then distributed. Take out 5 jing of second grade spirit.
Over. This time, thanks to you, I don't have much else. Only spirit rice to show my gratitude.
What are you doing? Too polite. Just accept it. We are, after all, in the spirit path. You, kid, have been around the spirit. Rice on you is running low, right?
Alright, after returning to the cave above, the subordinate did not rest, but immediately checked the attribute panel. Dan.
Remaining lifespan 29,672. Days evergreen art 5th layer dripping mud wine skill. Wood forest, silkworm, coiling tree, sect.
This time, Fang Jiangsu's harvest of black-green ridge action yielded a full 80 years of lifespan. Consume
4,567 days of lifespan to raise wood forest, silkworm, coiling tree from 2nd layer to 3rd layer.
In an instant, a vast sea of experience and techniques surged. Fourth, the person seemed personally cultivated for many years.
Rapidly absorbed success consumed 4,567 days of lifespan. Increased the wood bell entanglement. 2-3. Remaining lifespan 25,105 days. Wood bell entanglement 3. Completed.
The shrimp man opened his right hand. A wood spirit seal appeared in his palm. He infused spiritual power into nearby weed. Instantly, the weed evolved into a black surface, resembling metal or black iron soup. Then the shrimp man controlled it, thrusting it towards the scarred poplar tree ahead. Instantly, it pierced through the trunk without a single bit of resistance, as if a cleaver cutting through tofu smooth as silk.
The power of this strike is somewhat terrifying. It feels like opponent simply cannot withstand it, let alone. I'm not just controlling a single one, though. One wood spirit entangle reaches the 3rd layer. One strand of spiritual power produce 5 black iron vine. The number is halved, but it is still nothing to scoff.
Days passed one after another. The spirit rice in the field finally ripened. The shrimp man immediately activated evergreen art to start sensing. Already matured. 2
acres of spirit rice yield 2,100.
Ready.
The shrimp man's eyes lit up. He decisively picked up the sickle. Harvest.
Top grade spirit rice 1 plant lifespan plus 6 days. Harvest top grade spirit rice 1 plant lifespan plus 6 days. Harvest top grade spirit rice 1 plant lifespan plus 6 days.
From daytime, the shrimp man worked until nighttime. Looking at the happy piles of spirit, he felt immensely happy. This is his first time planting in winter. Yet the yield hasn't decreased. On the contrary, it has even increased.
Elder Hua, I've come to complete the winter task to submit the spirit.
If I recall correctly, this is your first time planting in winter. Could it be that the yield has met the standard? Managed to complete it. As long as it is complete, others in your batch didn't even meet a yield of 1,000 jin.
Zhao Ziya was somewhat surprised by the shrimp person, but didn't pay it much mind. Soon after, the shrimp person submitted 1,000 jing of 2nd grade top quality spirit rice for winter.
These times, newcomers who can grow top quality spirit rice are few and far between. Who would have thought this one before her could actually
do it? It seems top quality spirit rice isn't something just anyone can. But all I have on me is this kind of spirit rice.
Then he left the spirit fields and the new management office. Unexpectedly, just as he just arrived outside the palace and ran into a familiar face.
What is it to you, fellow Taoist? Have you completed the winter task? Could you lend me 100 jin of 2nd grade spirit rice?
The news that fellow Taoist Sha grew 1,000 jing of rice in winter quickly spread among the inner disciples. Although he completed the assessment task, it also brought him a lot of trouble.
Fellow Taoist Sha, I heard you completed the winter task.
Zhao. See, although a flash of disbelief passed through her eyes, she
quickly, could you lend me 100 jing of 2nd grade spirit?
As expected. I knew this guy had no good intentions. I'm just finished registering for the rest of the task. You
don't even have enough. How much is left?
Caddies is a bit too. I can only lend you 10 caddies. No more than that. 10
caddies will do. Next, I'll definitely pay you back. Okay?
Then Zhao Ziya took the 10 caddies of spirit rice and headed back. The frightening person turned her head, watching the receding figure. Her gaze instant turned cold.
This person is not worth it. Our relationship was already just average, and yet she's proactively lent something. From now on, keep your distance.
Returning to the cave dwelling, the frightened was just about to cultivate when, unexpectedly, a familiar voice called.
Frightened. Senior brother, are you?
How come you're here, not spec?
Iphically, here to wish senior year.
Since you've already paid your new year, you can go back now. What exactly do you want?
I want to borrow some rice.
Damn it, I don't have any.
I didn't want to come to you to borrow rice, but who knew that all the love in the world has no rice?
No rice isn't very normal. It is precisely because your disciple is in the north. Like, subscribe, and share.
Tip and support Mingji, the Diandian program.
Changjiao, springtime blinks, and it is already here. Shrimp, people are also starting to prepare for the next planting operation.
It is a bit tough. I don't know if you can handle this all at once.
Loose change and one bottle. Money really is different.
If it doesn't work, just rip. Humans kill bears.
The advantage is we can't afford people, at least in reality. formally reprimanding Han.
As Yu took a deep breath, then began circulating. The earth shadow art followed, ground constant shaking mud, as if an earth dragon was burrowed. As time passed, the distribution. Most of the forest field had loosened. Strangely, Hansu's complexion grew increasingly abnormal.
Are you
Okay, clean. So cold.
You should stop and rest, Han.
As Wen didn't stubbornly insist immediately, halted the earth shadow art, his physical condition, then eased.
Is it because the cultivation you're practicing hasn't reached the second layer?
How did you know, senior brother?
Because the spell is important. Each layer has different or even better effects.
Silly senior brother, my problem, isn't it? Sorry.
I haven't. Isn't this mostly settled?
Yet, I still can't help. You should.
Rest first. This is your reward. I happen to try out his newly bought hoe to see how effective it is.
Silly senior brother,
Hansu's eyes instantly grew more. He had selfishly thought senior brother Xiao was a very practical person, but after this exchange, he realized he had overestimated himself and underestimated others. After planting the spirit fungus, Xiaoreng went to the core management office and posted a request to cast a little cloud, the mission of the technique. Time quickly arrived at the set. Kanda Day, a female disciple with a water spirit, quickly found the shrimp man.
Are you the shrimp friend? I am Bailin, the former water spirit root disciple.
Here to receive your ringfall mission. His chest area couldn't
Help but laugh and ask. Didn't your parents come along? This is my assignment.
Mission. Why would my parents come? Are your parents also? In the Jade Water Pavilion, my father is a serving
attendant in the Jade Water Pavilion. The smile instantly faded, and his attitude became even more respectful.
This time, I'll trouble fellow. Good heavens, I can't afford to offend her. Although he had met to the Jade Water Pavilion, he knew the status of a serving. There was not low if by any chance his words angered by Ling and her parents came knocking. That would be troublesome. Bye.
Ling turns to face Ling Tian. With a wave of his little hand, the water vapor in the air had quickly gathers. Each wave forms a layer of mist above Ling Tian. Field. Soon dense spiritual rain falls. The spiritual plants receiving the rain visibly grow more robust.
This is the payment. 20 low-grade spirit stones. The reason
for using spirit stones is mainly to create the illusion for others that also have no spiritual power. After all, being scared of having my power.
Borrowed left me with trauma. This is my communication talisman.
When you need help, just say the word. No need to post.
A task. Okay, Bailin.
Leaves the shrimp man then turns his gaze to the spirit field.
Now tilling, fertilizing, and rain are all taken care of. As long as no accidents occur, this harvest yield will surge, even possibly exceeding 3,000.
Jing, in the blink of spring, as the season is about to end, come to the day of harvesting. The shrimp man stands on the ridge and begins to operate the long green fern, sensing the spiritual path's condition. 1 layer, lock gold.
Characters top grade yield 3,500 gene.
Quality unchanged, but yield has indeed greatly increased.
That he decisively picks up the daily spiritual path and begins joyful harvesting.
Top grade spiritual path remnant pearls. Lifespan increased by 60. When all spiritual paths are harvested, the servant looks at the attribute panel. Blind endurance remaining lifespan 50,070. 169 days. Wood bell pole. Hidden green jade. 5th layer. This is
a windfall. Next, first go to the core management office to submit the task. Find Jiangsu first to see if the other party needs help harvesting.
You've completed the task again. Very good. This little guy. The submission turned out to be another extraordinary spirit rice. If it happened once, it might be a coincidence, but twice in a row that is inevitable. The disciple before me is simply a natural at spirit rice. Shrimp.
Person after submitting the task just left. Upon reaching outside the palace, he spotted a familiar figure.
Zhao Ziya.
Shrimp person watched the other hurried, departing figure and instantly darkened their expression. Said they
return the borrowed 10 jin of by the end of spring. Yet now, upon seeing me, they actually turned and left. Clearly, this means they have no intention of repaying. Looks like this year's spring harvest must have been poor using 10 jin of 2nd grade. See someone's true colors isn't a loss. However,
doesn't plan to let Zhao off easily. Translation, does not intend to let Zhao. If Ziya doesn't return by the end of summer, go find her directly. Then she headed toward Zhang as your spirit fields. Hey.
Junior brother, I was just about someone to notify you. Looks like share the same thought. Indeed, junior brother, this time will be a bit tough. You'll need to help your senior brother acquire 3 acres.
Spirit fields 3 before 1 acre already made me happy. Who would have thought this time there would be 3 acre?
Don't worry, the reward for 1 acre. Spirit field is 20 jin of 2nd grade. Spirit, rice or 40.
Low grade spirit stones, senior. Don't misunderstand. If 30 acres, this junior
willing to work hard. If you're thirsty or hungry, just find your senior brother. The principle of listening attentively will be arranged.
Then he picked up the sickle, entered the first spiritual field, and activated the evergreen scroll. Information instantly appeared before his eyes, already matured.
After the golden characters, heavenly, grade or
matured early, but as long as it is ripe, harvested.
The rest doesn't matter. Soon the shrimp man began harvesting.
Meanwhile, the shrimp man focused his attention on the attribute panel. Now the shrimp man's lifespan has reached 100 years, not far from 200 years, and soon it will be achieved.
It is actually Zhang Erwai and his gang trying to steal my spiritual field. It has been over half a year since we last met. Could it be that Zhang Er and Zhang Su have some relationship? This is ridiculous.